Have you ever watched a couple online and thought, this is one safe and solid union? And you've thought, oh, this union, this particular one is going to last forever. Have you ever thought that, oh, these people are just the best couple, and then boom, from nowhere, you just see divorce papers. And you're just sitting there like, wait, not them. Not this beautiful couple, not these awesome people, not the ones who we saw cooking, the ones we saw renovating, the ones we saw laughing, raising kids together, building their dream home together. This life will humble everybody. Today we are talking about Kristy Scott and her husband Desmond Scott, and how the divorce filing has turned into a whole online conversation about infidelity, about accountability, about boundaries, public relationship, and the painful truth that love history is really not love insurance. The painful truth that no matter how long you have been to someone, that is not an assurance that you're going to stay forever. So if you've ever been betrayed, if you've ever stayed too long, if you've ever loved someone who did not protect what you guys built together, this video is for you. And please, before we start, put a comment in the comment section. Say, I choose peace. Because that's the spirit that we are entering this conversation with.
Stand in your power. Own every minute, every hour. This is your story. Starting now. Stand in your power. Let the world see how. Stand in your power. Stand in your power. Turn up your voice, your truth, your wow. Stand in your power. This is your channel.
What's up, my people? Welcome back to Stand in Your Power. If you are new here, my name is Femi. And on this channel, we talk about a lot of things. A lot of things that angle around relationship, angle around power dynamics, emotional discipline, self-worth, accountability, and all kinds of lessons that can save our future, our financial future, our physical future, our mental future, So please do like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who thinks cheating is just a mistake. Because the truth is, cheating is not a mistake. So let's talk about what happened between Kristy Scott and Desmond. Let's talk about the divorce filing. And let's go into the facts first. Now we have, for those people who do not know this couple, Kristy Scott, she's popularly known online as Kristy Sarah, and she has filed for divorce from her husband, Desmond Scott. Now, according to the reports, the divorce petition was filed December 30th, 2025 in Texas, Harris County in Texas. And the reason listed in the filing is alleged infidelity, meaning according to what's been reported, Auntie Kristy is basically saying Uncle Desmond cheated, and it has been completely wiped. It has completely wiped out any reasonable chance of reconciliation. That's not any kind of small talk. That's not we grow apart. That's not irreconcilable differences. No. That's not at this point in our lives we want different things. That is, hey, trust has been killed in this marriage. Trust has been murdered in this marriage. Okay, that's what that divorce filing was saying. And who are these people? They are influencers. Okay, Kristy is a major influencer. She has, I think she has 16 point something million followers on TikTok. She has 9 point something million followers on Instagram. These guys are big influencers. And Desmond also has millions and millions of followers, right? So these guys are not small people. They are considered big names in the game of social media influencing. And guess what? They've been together for a long time too. From what I heard, I think they've been together from their teens. They started dating from, I think, when they were 14, both of them. And they got married in 2014. These people, they have 2 sons together. 2 beautiful boys, Vance and Weston. Now, for years, the internet saw them as the dream couple for years. Okay, they were doing this family vlog, cooking content, name it. They were doing it. They were also doing all this banter, playful marriage banter. They were giving us home renovation content, and it was just all so wholesome. In my opinion, it was so wholesome. It was beautiful. I really did like it. They even had this whole dream home renovation kind of situation in, on like a Netflix series kind of thing. So I'm saying that to say that when this divorce news hit the internet, we were shocked. Oh boy, I was shocked. The timeline, everything, I think this whole thing became public in January. I think between 10th and the 12th, it became public. And what makes it even crazier is that in 2024, they were publicly celebrating 10 years anniversary. They were doing that kind of thing. So it's like 1 minute we are seeing flowers, we are seeing family, we are seeing content, we are seeing a lot of things happening, and the next minute is divorce. The next minute it is court document. That's why I always tell people, you don't know what is happening behind closed doors. You see people online. You don't know what's going on behind closed doors. You only know what the camera allows you to know. You only know what the people that are acting allow you to know. We saw all of that and boom, divorce case. Now let's go and talk about Uncle Desmond. Uncle Desmond, because he did address the divorce publicly on his Instagram stories, and from what has been reported, he apologized to Kristy. He apologized to his family, okay, or to the family. He apologized to us, the fans. We think consign us. We don't collect apology. And he also apologized to Kristy, the mother of his children. And that comes first. Okay, that's good. I liked it. He admitted he made choices he's not proud of. He emphasized he wants to remain present and loving for the boys. And he also asked for, I think he asked for privacy. He asked for compassion. He asked for, he wanted our whatever. Okay? Yes, that's good. But for me, on this, because I hear that they are Jehovah's Witnesses and, them, it's all about whatever is going on is about infidelity. When I look at their relationship, the fact that they've been together since they were 14, he has only been with her. Their marriage is like that, right? But I am a person, I would not advise you to marry, to start dating that early. Even if you date, like, you don't necessarily have to marry the person. Because you don't even know yourself at that age. You're still so very young. My opinion, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. You are still so very young. I don't think that guy explored. So he wants to, now in his old age is when he wants to explore. But it's rather sad that he's doing it to a woman that has stuck with him for years, and they've built something beautiful for years. Now listen, some people are like, oh, this guy took accountability. Others were like, that's not accountability. That's PR. Dude knows what he's doing. That's what some people are saying. But let's be fair. Let's be balanced. Okay? Because the channel, our channel is not, we are not here to drag people for fun. No, this is not a drag people for fun channel. We are talking about power and accountability here. So we are going to be analyzing this case as usual, for and against both parties. So we are going to be analyzing for Kristy first. Let's start with Kristy. Yes, the infidelity happened. And that woman has every right, morally, emotionally, spiritually, and even legally, to walk away. I'm saying that because the betrayal is not just about sex. No. That betrayal is about disrespect. The height of disrespect. Is a deception in it all. Like, how will you have been with someone for so long, deceiving her that she's all yours, and then before we know it, she finds out that you're with someone? The annoyance here is the risk. This woman gave her life, her whole life. She laid it down for you. You could have given her STDs, the humiliation, the emotional violence, because that is, you violated that woman emotionally. The broken trust. If I continue counting, I will not finish. And I want to say this clearly. Living after betrayal is not any form of weakness. Sometimes living is the strongest thing that you can do. Okay? It's the strongest thing that you can do. And she doing this at this time, I respect that. She didn't even come on social media to talk, because in this generation, people will overshare and share their trauma for content. But this Kristy lady, her silence is given. She said, hey, I am not going to be performing my pain for the internet to watch. And that, in my opinion, is power. Because the truth is, healing does not need an audience. No. Healing does not need an audience. So I love that she did that. Now, I am going to be talking, because I'm still in the process of analyzing all these things, against Kristy. If we are being objective, once you file for divorce and it becomes public, the story is public. People will talk. Whether you like it or not, people will talk. So the downside at this point is the narrative becomes uncontrolled. You can see the whole internet breaking loose. Speculations become loud. People will start projecting their own trauma into the whole situation. Also, because she hasn't spoken publicly, a lot of people are filling in the gaps for her. I wish she had come out publicly to say, this is it, this is it, this is it, so that people can know exactly. Because the truth is that the internet is not gentle. The internet is not painful. They will help you write your narrative. The internet is not emotionally intelligent. The people that will blast you will blast you. As we can see, there are a lot of people that have picked sides. So yes, her silence is powerful, but her silence has also invited a lot of projections. Okay? It has invited a lot of projections from different people. But overall, with all that being said, her response to me, the fact that she's been quiet looks to me like dignity. It looks to me like emotional maturity. Okay? Now for Desmond. I will give credit to where credit is due. And I will talk against him where I need to. Okay? When he came out online, he did not publicly insult Kristy like some low-minded men will do. He did not turn it into, she did this, she did that, that's why I'm leaving. He apologized, and I loved that so much. He centered his children, and I loved that as well so much. He didn't overshare any details because he knows that he doesn't know what tomorrow will bring. Okay? And what he has done there is better than what a lot of men will do. A lot of men will come out and say, oh, she's this, she did this, she's a this, she's a, she has, you don't know who she is. Because some men will cheat, then come online and start acting as if they are the ones who are the victims. She's stressing me. I was depressed. I needed peace. I needed stabilization. I needed this. I needed that. Sir, go and sit down. So yes, his response for me also appeared more matured than most or than many public situations that we have seen. However, here's the hard truth. If he cheated, then that damage is not a mistake. That was a decision. That was a choice. Yeah, it's not choices I'm proud of, no. Yeah, you can say choices, but I want to say that cheating is not an accident. That was a decision. You took a decision and you had a reason behind taking that decision. So cheating is a decision, and it is a serious one at that. And for a man, especially a husband, a father, infidelity is not just betrayal. It's a failure on your part, Desmond, of emotional leadership. Because as a man, your discipline is your authority. When discipline collapses for you as a man, then your authority in that relationship collapses. Once a woman stops feeling emotionally safe with you, it's not giving her flowers that will fix it. It's not giving her assurance that will fix it. It's not you throwing a party that will fix it. No, it's not a sorry, baby. That will not fix it. Because trust is not built with words, or is not rebuilt with words. Trust is rebuilt with consistency. And that consistency takes time. It takes time. So yes, Uncle Desmond Scott apologized. But apology is just the entry point. It is not the finish line. It is just the entry point, in my opinion. Now let's talk about the children. Let's talk about the children. Or before I talk about the children, let me see. Let me talk about the marriage. I think this couple over-monetized their marriage. They turned their relationship into a business. And the truth is, whenever you do that, not all relationships can stand when you do that. Not all relationships can stand when you do that. When you become so overly business conscious in your relationship, there's every possibility that that relationship is going to crash. Okay? So now let's talk about the children. Because these children are not public figures. They are not. They are children. And we shouldn't be dragging them into adult matters. But they say when elephants fight, is who that suffers, the ant or the grass? Okay? We are here to talk about the impact the issue between both parents are having on these children. But the good thing is that both parents have publicly affirmed love and commitment to co-parenting, and I'm happy about that, because that matters. Because children really, they don't need perfect parents. What they need is emotionally honest parents. What they need is present parents. Okay? And sometimes, honestly, a peaceful divorce is healthier than a toxic marriage. I grew up, my parents were not married. I grew up with them living together, but their living together was a toxic situation. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because what children witness becomes what they normalize. I'm at the point in my life where there are a lot of things I'm reteaching myself. There are a lot of things I did not know about relationships that if I had known earlier, I wouldn't be where I am today. Okay? I normalized some crazy things that I saw in my parents' toxic relationship. And the truth is, your children, whatever they see going on between you and their other parent is what they will normalize. Now let's talk about the audience. I'm just happy that both of them are saying they are committed to co-parenting and they are putting the children as the focus. I'm happy about that. Now let's talk about us. Because everybody was impacted though. Me, I was impacted. We were all shook. They shocked us. Some people were crying as if they know them personally. You need to see comments online. And I get it. Because when you follow the couple for years and years, you feel invested. There was this couple I was following, one, I think is Hispanic and an African woman. They were always doing dancing videos, and all of a sudden, they split. It hurt me. Okay? I had to come to the place where I had to say, what is my own? Is their life. I was angry at some point, but I was like, what is my own is their life. So we need to come to a point where we stop this parasocial entitlement. It's their life. We are not entitled to them in any way. Followers are not shareholders. You are not a shareholder. You are not on the board of directors of their marriage. You are not owed any form of explanation. But we were also impacted. So we are allowed to be sad. Okay, we are allowed to express ourselves. We are allowed to make videos. We are allowed to demand their pain. Let me not say we are allowed. We are not allowed. You see, I'm still pained. That's why I don't even know what to say. We are not allowed to demand their pain as entertainment. Because what I see is we have Team Kristy, we have Team Desmond. It's childish. Real life is complex. But still, life is what it is. Okay? However, we can learn. We've been following them, right? But we can learn. And that's where this video becomes powerful. We are here to learn from them. We've been their fans. We've watched their videos. But whatever this thing that has happened, we need to learn from it so that we don't find ourselves in this kind of situation. Okay? This is the heart of the video. Listen to me. Come, bring your chair closer and listen to me. I want you to listen to me because this story is not just gossip. We are here to learn lessons. This is a power study. Now, number one lesson I want us to learn is that love history is not love insurance. The fact that you've been together for years since you were teenagers does not mean you are emotionally safe together. Time does not equal loyalty. Let that sink in. History does not equal integrity. The fact that you guys have a history together does not mean that that person is who they say they are. The length of a relationship does not equal discipline. No. Some people will stay for 15 years and they will still betray you in the 16th year. So stop using "we've been together for a long time" as a proof of security. It's a big lie. It's not any form of security. The more you stay, the more you learn more about the person. Okay? And somebody taking accountability, being accountable for an issue, is not the same thing as resolution or repair. A man can apologize and still not be safe. A woman can forgive you and she still will not trust you. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because any form of reconciliation or repair requires transparency. It requires a transformational behavioral change. It requires patience. Oh my God. It requires a lot of patience. It requires a lot of emotional maturity and emotional responsibility. And above all, it requires consistency over time, not vibes. No. Not Instagram apology. Instagram apology will not cut it. I'm sorry you feel that way. It doesn't help anything. Another lesson we can learn here is that silence can be strength. We saw everything, how Kathy didn't come to do a 45-minute crying video. She did not come to say, "Oh, all men has come." She did not start doing exposing. She did not start dragging. She filed her papers and she remained quiet. That's a masterpiece or a masterclass in power, because sometimes your peace is louder than your explanation. Your peace is louder than your explanation. You can have a lot of success. You can have a beautiful home. You can have everything. You can have everything. You can have money. You can have fame. What else can you have? What else can you have? You can have all the brand deals. You can have millions and millions of followers. People can use your relationship as a role model. But if respect is dead, everything you have is gone. You cannot decorate anything over betrayal. Some women will still stay, but there's nothing there anymore. Choosing peace is not quitting. Especially, this one is for women. This lesson is for women. Leaving is not a weakness. Neither is staying a strength. But there is strength in doing what would preserve your soul. Because some marriages don't end because the love has died. No. A lot of marriages end because respect died. In this case, respect, trust, everything died. And in my opinion, without respect, love will suffer. Love will suffer without respect. Okay? I keep saying, another lesson we can learn here is that these men, they keep losing everything. Let me talk to you, men. A man's power is in his discipline. Once you lose your self-control, you lose your moral authority. And the worst part is, sometimes the women or the woman, okay, yeah, she could stay physically, but emotionally she has checked out a long time ago. She has checked out a long time ago. And once a woman leaves emotionally, there's nothing you can do. It's only a matter of time before she leaves legally. So in my opinion, I believe that Kristy had left that marriage a long time ago. She just physically did it. She just physically did it. Okay? I also talked about the kids. Yeah, we talked about that. I think I'm repeating myself. Okay? So, here's the truth. Here is the gospel truth. This story is actually about boundaries. Okay? This story is about boundaries. This story is about accountability. This story is about emotional leadership. A lot of times they say, women, submit, 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 submit. What are you submitting to when there's no emotional leadership? This story is about the courage to choose your peace over performance. Because this woman could have stayed and continued to pretend like everything is good. Meanwhile, nothing is good. Sometimes standing in your power doesn't look loud. It looks like you walking away quietly with your dignity intact. That's just what I just want to say about this couple, this whole story. Now, I want to hear from you in the comment section. What are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts? Do you think that public apology helps, or do you think it makes it worse? Another question I have is that, is cheating a mistake or is it a character issue? In my opinion, it's a character issue, but what do I know? Let me know what your thoughts are. And would you stay if your partner cheated once? Is cheating a deal breaker for you? Okay? And I think that's it. Let's keep it respectful. Keep your comments respectful, because we are not here to abuse anybody. We are here to learn. And if I see that your comment is somehow, God knows, I'm just going to delete that comment. However, if this video gave you value, please like this video, share, and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to Stand in Your Power. Okay? Share this with somebody who thinks they can learn something or another from this. Share this with somebody who thinks that cheating is normal. Okay? Share it with them. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Take what you learned, walk in your truth. Until next time, stand in your power.